Boys joining in on the show, GSFC. It's been a bit of a weak number. The margins have contracted. What's the road ahead? When can we see a recovery? VD Nanavaty is the Executive Director, Finance, CFO of the company, now joining us. Thank you so much for being with us. Let's begin by talking about your overall numbers. And that's really been weak due to the reduction in subsidy. Are you expecting any sort of an increase in the retail prices post the general elections? And what would be your outlook then on your margins?
Yeah, definitely some improvement should come post general elections because right now it's obvious that government cannot afford to allow the increase in prices, and the FY25 interim budget is also a little bit tight on subsidy. That is understood. It's a message to the overseas suppliers that government means business and price reduction, input prices should happen.
Yeah, no, for sure. But give us a sense because your margins clocked in the quarter gone by was 5.4% versus 9.9%. Going forward, what is your expectation in terms of margins, given the fact that in the interim budget also the fertilizer subsidies you said was reduced?
Some improvement is likely because post FY25 budget, there was reduction in the phosphoric acid price by $17, and ammonia prices are already low by say around $100. So some impact of the government messaging has gone in the market, and post election we see some rise in the subsidy provision if this MRP is not increased. So next year, some improvement in the estimated 25% growth in volume for FY25.
But even imports of fertilizers across various varieties has become expensive, right? Because of the Red Sea
Correct.
crisis. How much of that impact has happened in your company, and will this pain sort of spill over to the next quarter too?
Yeah, imports are down. Only central PSU companies are importing to meet the opening stock demand for the current 25. So definitely we have also been constrained for not importing the DAP. Last year we imported substantial quantity of DAP, but this Q3 we could not. Q4 also the prices are still holding up around $600. So chances of imports are very less. Plus availability of imported fertilizer, particularly from China, is almost nil. So the availability is also a constraint.
But despite a Q3 performance which was weak, the company still maintained growth of 10% in fertilizer sales volumes. From where
Right.
is this demand coming, and how much of it do you think is going to sustain in Q4?
Overall, we want to close the FY24 with 10% growth in volume. And next year, as I said, we target 25% growth in volume over FY24 sales. So, as you may be knowing, our ammonium sulfate new plant is just commissioned in January 24, and that will help in boosting the volumes. Plus, higher production and sales from Sika unit will be supporting us for the growth next year.
What are your capex plans for FY25 and beyond? Do you have anything lined up for now?
Yeah, capex plan are going on as usual. We have been providing the details to the stock exchanges and on our website from time to time. 3-4 capex, plants will be commissioned during FY25, starting from urea 2, HX crystal, sulfuric acid, and one more. So there are 4 plants which are going to be commissioned next year.
And finally, give us an outlook as well, because the government has also taken steps. They have announced the nano fertilizer products. The company has not been in this category. Do you plan to launch in this? Any new product categories that you're looking at?
Yeah, we have been focusing on the organic fertilizer, Sardar Sudhan, which has been made from the cow dung slurry. It's a kind of a chrome fertilizer, and that will be the focus area next year. We are also trying for technology tie-up for this nano urea, nano DAP. So let us see how it unfolds next year.
Super. Thanks for joining in and giving us that viewpoint on the outlook for the company. That's the management of GSFC with